The agenda is carryover from the previous meetings of our Lincoln County goals.
Do you think we want to read the records? Okay. What we're going to do is submit those goals to record, if I can have a motion to do so.
I move to submit the goals to record.
For 2013, I second that goal. Is that all yes?
Yes.
We'll make a copy available to the paper for those goals that we set. We've done it a little bit differently this time when you guys look at them. We need critique on anything we do, you know, especially when we do things differently. So, you know, we expect the public to be able to say this was a useful thing or not a useful thing. We tried to delineate water projects and things like that a little better than what we had before, I think. Before we go to new business, can we have Holder to go into, he's just going to talk a little bit about
Sure.
the thing he talked to me.
It's in all
Alan, you
business.
want to go ahead and talk about what you talked about with the Bluestone thing?
Okay.
That way you don't have to sit around a lot.
We're participating in the Bluestone exercise as we've discussed, and we found out from a meeting we were at earlier in the week that there is some additional monies available, so we've asked for some substantial money to fund the participation in the drill. We've listed 10 facilities across the county that we want to exercise the emergency power in that day. We're outside the watershed enough that we don't think that the waters of the Bluestone Dam are going to heavily affect us, but it'll take out the power plants along the river that supply the power to the county. So from a realistic standpoint, we're going to try to run every one of those generators at least for 1 hour from all of Mike's places. We've talked to Mike, we've talked to Branchland, Midkiff, we've talked to the city of West Hamlin, and we're going to go throughout the county and try to run those generators for at least an hour that day. One thing that we want to look at is here at the courthouse, we know that the generator's here, the generator's sufficient enough to run the power at the courthouse for several days. But if we were to turn the generator on and simulate that, if it's during the workday, chances are there's going to be a certain amount of data or computers that are not properly backed up or have some type of interrupted power supply. So with your blessing, I'd like to at least just do an informal survey through the courthouse and check and see what computers are covered, what computers aren't, and if it looks like it's going to be a huge issue here to do that during the workday, then we may just scale back and start the generator but not transfer the power to the generator. But having said that, I know we have a UPS on the server in Judy's office and that you maintain, but it's more the individual PCs that are strung throughout the courthouse that I don't think are properly protected. So we'll at least collect some data and get it back to you, and if it's something that you want to address, then you'll have the numbers that you can, and we'll decide on it from there. But we've gotten good cooperation at this point, and we're going to, the health department's going to participate and activate their continuity of operations plan, and they'll be running their generator some and simulate that their office is on backup power also. So if there's no questions about that, that's our action on that. And
I don't think we have any problem with that. I mean, I think we need to get that together. We might even talk, I don't even know if up at Harts and places like the clinic, because we have backup power there, and we could participate in something like that too, you know, if that was something.
do you do it at your clinic?
Yeah.
Okay, because I wasn't aware of that, so that's good. We are going to use Harts Fire Department because they're you've got a full generator there, and hopefully West Hamlin's will be taken care of by then also. And so if you could shoot me an email with who we need to talk to at the clinic to clear that and then go through that, then what we plan to do is that day initiate a call from our office that we are in the process of the drill and we are simulating a power outage. Please start your generators, transfer your power, and then collect data from everybody after that to see who had problems and who had incidents that we need to work on. Hopefully we will work out some of those issues before the March drill, and we won't have any problem until we get a good grade on the drill too, not just use it as a learning experience. But we did make some changes on the generator. I guess it was last week. We had some issues when the generator here transferred over, it blew some breakers on the air conditioning, heating, and cooling system, and then on Monday morning they came in and found out that there wasn't any heat. As far as I know, that's been corrected, and if it hasn't, please let me know because the generator company thinks it's done.
We're facing a new problem now that it's surging, and it's messed up a couple of printers and a copier.
Okay, you mean the generator has? Okay. Well,
Fax machine, I think.
and that may be the same thing that it comes down, that, you know, that's gonna happen anyway if the power goes off and comes back on. And if it's like any other building, you have people that plug something in, don't realize they're plugging an electric heater into a UPS system under a desk, or they don't have a surge suppressor. And if we can, we'll look at that when we go around and see, and it may be something that we just wanna buy box loaded surge suppressors and make sure that every office has that and has that data protected, because, you know, under a normal case, the power will go off in the building, 10 seconds will go by, the generator will come back up, and then the power transfers. And it takes a few moments to stabilize. And there shouldn't be any problems, but anytime you do that, you can't avoid some surges. If there's no further questions, thank you.
Thank you, Al, appreciate it.